Howdy friends, welcome back to the Outpost. It's been absolutely no surprise how busy we've been around here. The only problem we've been fighting to try to get this cabin built is Mother Nature. Here in this part of the country, here in Western Kentucky and the surrounding communities, have gotten an overabundant amount of rainfall in the last couple months. Some of these areas and towns and communities have gotten up to 14 inches of rain in a matter of 48 hours. And it's made it very difficult for a lot of people to do things they need to do, which comes to working outdoors. Well, the cabin is outdoors, however, I don't have an air conditioner in there yet. We're working on that, or insulation, so I can't leave the doors open, and it's too hot to work inside. But we have managed to get certain things done in the importance of making it to the next level. Can't seem to catch a break with this weather and stuff. You know, I count on the weekends because I have the most time to work on the cabin, and then it rains. A friend of mine just messaged me from in town, which is about 10-15 miles away, saying that the tornado sirens just went off. Darn. Man, if I could ever catch a break, we'd get some damn work done around here. Well, good morning, friends. It's actually turned out to be a halfway decent day here in Western Kentucky. We got some more storms coming by later today, just that time of year, and it just puts like a stick in the mud trying to get some work done around here. Let's go inside the new cabin build, and I'm going to show you our project for today. Alright, so recently we were gifted with this used gas fireplace that we're going to integrate here in the cabin here in Western Kentucky. A couple things that we need to cross paths with, though, is this thing was set up for natural gas, which we don't have the availability up here where I live, only propane, and that's all coming down the road. But in order to integrate this in here with the new build and stuff, this thing has to be switched over from natural gas to propane. I have got to try to find the part for it. We got to take this gas assembly out of here and just get rid of it. I'll try to sell it or something and find the right part. On top of that, we've got to do some framing in the walls, which is all coming down the road. But today, we have some cosmetic damage up here on the top lip and around in a couple areas where this thing actually sat in a wall wherever it came from. And they probably put some stone or brick around it, and there's some mortar that's all set up along this top edge here. I'm going to try to get this off of here and get it prepped at least so we can repaint this, which won't be today, with some sort of heat resistant paint. We're going to start by taking this old burner assembly on out of here. This thing is in fairly good shape too. Like I said, it's made by Vermont Castings and stuff like that. This is a ventless gas fireplace, and it'll look really nice in here. And we've got a mantle, we're going to build all that stuff. It's going to be tough trying to get all this old cement and stuff out of here. I may end up trying to break out my Dremel or something like that. I don't want to damage the wood and put a dent into it. I don't care if I scratch a paint. Like I said, we're going to refinish all this stuff, and I've got to find the part to put an LP propane burner in here, seeing that that's what's going to feed this, just in case it gets on a cold night in the winter and our power goes off. We're still going to have a source of heat in here, and plus it's going to look nice. Look at that, the old girl cleaned up pretty nicely. We got a little bit more prep to do. I'm not going to waste any more time on the camera today with it. But where we took the Dremel and we got rid of that old concrete mortar as well as some adhesive, there's a little bit more prep to do. And then we'll be able to prime this thing up, tape it all off, and then paint it with a heat-resistant black paint. When the rain stopped yesterday, we were able to get inside and do some more work. So you can see I got my shower installed here. It still has a lot of work more to do and stuff. It's a one-piece fiberglass unit with a seat and everything. It is solid. You know, we've gone through a lot of lumber here doing this cabin building stuff. I was able to shore up one of the walls to the shower and stuff and get it all connected and all that good stuff. So it's all in really solid, good shape. I just have to get some more lumber to finish off this part of the build. I do look closely up here on the ceiling and stuff. I have 3 electrical cans that are sitting up here. These are for special lights that are going to be hung from the ceiling over top of our farmhouse table. And I've just got to finish up a little bit more of the wiring. If you look up there, all throughout the entire front area of the cabin, I have little junction boxes, and those are for the wafer lights. These little wafer lights, they take the place of the old school can lighting and stuff, and they run off of 12 watts. This is what they look like. See that? Look how thin they are. And the little clips and everything, so once I get the ceiling put in place and everything, these pop right into place. There's 5 dimmer settings for these things as well, and then there's a switch on a dimmer at nighttime where this thing ends up turning into a nightlight. Check it out. This is what it looks like on the box. See that? It'll end up turning into a nightlight glow at nighttime, so that will give it a beautiful ambience here inside of the cabin. And we got a bunch of these going up. Alright, sorry about the fan noise. It is hot up in here. By now I'm up in the little half bath that we have. And you can see this is the back side of the electrical panel. I got an electrician to come in here and wire this all up. But I got all my lines ran to different parts of the building and stuff. But let me show you the real find that we came across this week. Now the real true find and gold mine that we were able to locate came from no other than Facebook Marketplace. Check it out. This is a little vanity sink for the half bath. Look at this nice hardwood stone top. It's a vessel sink. See, I haven't got it hooked up yet with a faucet, all that stuff. We'll get a closer look and then I'll tell you how much I paid for it. Oh, she is beautiful. Nice little one-hole installation faucet and stuff. It's in a black finish. None of the stuff's hooked up. It's just sitting here. This vessel sink like that, and it's 23 inches wide, just perfect enough to set here in the half bath with a stone top. Has that classic dark wood, hardwood barn door look on the side of this thing. Is super, super nice. It looks like it has 2 drawers on it, but the top one doesn't open. The bottom one does, and it's cut out in order to accommodate a P-trap. Really, really cool. And this all came brand new in a box. Well, I went ahead and I looked up that little sink and stuff, and the retail value goes for about $5.99. I paid $100. All right, if you look closely, I have these little white whips going down through here. We're in the hallway, have them throughout the entire front, in the bathroom and stuff. These are just little junction boxes that I'm setting up for electrical for these little wafer lights. We got 4 more to do of the wafer lights inside the cabin before we're ready to wire them up. We're going to do the last 4 in the bedroom. Here we go. That's what these little junction boxes look like for the wafer lights. They got a little panel that opens up. You got a black and white leads, got a hot and a neutral, as well as a ground and everything. And once this is set in place and it's wired up, and you put the ceiling up, you pop your wafer lights into place, and the other end of the wafer light has another plug to go to it, so I have a total of about 3 feet of clearance area. So we're putting these up there in the general area where we want these lights to be, and then we just go ahead and wire them up, put our insulation, our ceiling up, then we cut our holes out, and these things will be there ready to plug and play. See, that wasn't very hard at all. You can see one right there, and there's another one that's up over in that area. I can't really, there, right there. And the other two, there's another one that's there, as well as turning the camera around, another one that's going to be up here in the rafters right above our head. Was also able to work out the venting system here in this master bath, part of it. Another part of it's going to be over here behind the shower, but this is actually a vent system for the tub as well as our lavatory here in the master bath. This is pretty cool stuff, but it's necessary for us to have the best performance when it's all said and done. Last but not least, on this week's episode of Western Kentucky Outpost Cabin Build, take a look at this tub that we put in. It's a Whirlpool jacuzzi. You can see it's got little jets in there. It's a deep soaker and everything. Let me show you what else we had to do, not just to set this in. We had to put the frame walls in. Now let's show you how I had to set this up in order for it to work. The tub is equipped and set up with a super nice little quiet operating pump motor on it. I had to actually run 2 electrical outlets, as you see over there in that corner, right in here. 2 15 amp GFCI dedicated home run to the electrical panel, one to operate this pump and the other one to operate this. An inline heater. This is specially ordered. I had to buy this. It didn't come with the tub. And what this does is once you get the tub all filled up and ready to go and you're taking your bath, instead of having to empty water and add new hot water to it, it continually keeps it at a temperature where you have a nice hot bath until you're completely done. Awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we're not putting any drywall or carpeting inside of this cabin, and I don't feel like spending a great deal of money. A good share of a lot of the walls and trim and stuff will be done with just simple pallet wood that I've been harvesting from local companies around town for the past 4 months. Well, hey, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching the video of the Western Kentucky Outpost cabin build. Wow, you can see how much work is involved with all this stuff. I never knew it was going to be this much effort in order to build a home, let alone a cabin. And it's not that big. We're literally 36 by 24 in here, but we're able to save thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in labor costs by doing the electrical, the framing, the fixture set, the plumbing, all that stuff, in order for us to have that extra money to get the good stuff down the road and stuff. Got any comments, questions? Leave them down below. And until next time, I'll see you on the Outpost.